Good day, everyone. I'm Jester C. Nicodemus, Senior Education Program Specialist from DepEd Cavite City. So, ginawa ko itong video based na rin sa feedback po na na-receive ko regarding sa result ng video orientation kanina, or should I say nung December 7, regarding po sa orientation for the in-service training of teachers. Now, para mas maging klaro, ginawa ko ito ngayong video to better represent or i-feature po kung ano po talaga yung na-discuss po kaninang hapon. So, to start off, let me just present my screen. Napuna ko po kasi nga na talaga nag-freeze po yung mismong presentation. Nag-freeze po yung presentation kanina sa video, tapos yung mismong mga PowerPoint ay hindi po mapakita ng maayos. So, again, nag-remake po ako ng video for you to better understand kung ano po yung na-discuss po nung December 7 for the orientation for INSET. Now, to start off, so for the 2020 orientation for the Division in Service Training, so here it goes. So, kaya po, let's just clarify some things kung bakit inaalaw po natin ngayon ang mga face-to-face training. So, ito po ang IATF guidelines na lumabas noong October 15, 2020. Kung saan sinasabi nga dito, ano po yung mga specific guidelines na kailangan gawin. Now, alam naman natin na tayo ngayon ay nasa MGCQ or sa Modified General Community Quarantine. So, mas maluwag na po ang mga procedures na implement po, lalo na po sa atin na nasa MGCQ. Now, sa MGCQ, mass gatherings such as but not limited to movie screening, concerts, sporting events, and other entertainment activities, religious services, and work conferences shall be allowed, provided that the participants shall be limited to 50% of the seating or venue capacity. Now, work in all public and private offices may be allowed to resume physical reporting to work at full operating capacity with alternative work arrangement for persons who are 60 years old and above, those with immunodeficiency, comorbidity, or other health risks, and pregnant women. Now, the main reason kung bakit po isasagawa yung training for the in-service training na ipapacilitate po ng regional office, it is because of the assessment that was conducted in August 2020 by HRDD NEAP. So, on the knowledge and skills of teachers and school leaders in the different communication platforms and learning delivery modality. Now, most teachers and school leaders responded that they found difficulty in using the different communication platforms and collaborating with peers, colleagues, and learners. Yes, it is true na meron na po tayong mga training at basic knowledge pagdating po sa mga internet application, but still, kailangan pa ho natin ng additional information. Kaya nga po itong tinatawag natin na upskilling, hindi upscaling upskilling. Ibig sabihin, na natutunan na natin siya, ine-enhance pa po natin ng maigi yung mismong mga skills na natutunan natin. Kaya nga po gagawin ang in-service training on December 14 to 18, which will be facilitated by the regional office. Now, what are the basic guidelines in the conduct of the division inset? So the inset will be conducted simultaneously by a Google Classroom. So the schools can utilize their internet connectivity for the teachers. However, participants are also advised to also be ready to have their own internet connectivity in case the internet hub reach the maximum capacity for connection. Now, maaaring nagtatanong po, Sir, kailangan po ba nating mag-physical report sa mismong school? May nabigay na po akong instruction sa mga school heads. So, kung gusto po ni teacher mag-physical report to attend the in-service training, the better. Pero kung gusto po ni teacher na mag-work from home at sa online na lang po manonood ng mismong discussion for the inset, okay din lang po. You have the freedom to choose. Unless po may ibang instruction na ibibigay or may ibang strategy na gagawin po ang inyong school head para po doon sa in-service training. Now, the inset will run from December 14 to 18. It will run for 8 hours. Sir, di ba po ang in-service training ay magra-run lang po ng half day? Bakit 8 hours po nakalagay? It is because the first 4 hours for the face-to-face approach and the theoretical discussion of the topic. So, yung unang set sa umaga, dyan po magdi-discuss yung mga learning facilitators po ng mga inassign ng regional office. Then, another 4 hours for the online approach. Ibig sabihin, yung mga outputs po will be created and submitted during this hour. Sa umaga, from 7:30 to 12 or 12:30, depende po sa schedule, makikinig po tayo ng mismong discussion nila. Then, if ever may mga outputs po na kailangan isubmit, sinama ko po yung oras pagdating ng hapon. So in total po, we have 8 hours per day times 5. So that is a total of 40 hours. Now the inset will utilize the blended type of learning, which is face-to-face and online, and it will run for 8 hours with the following schedule and modality. So sa inset na to, sabay-sabay po na mag-seminar ang supervisors, school heads, and teachers. Ang supervisors po at school heads ay sa conference hall ng Cavite National High School, while the other teachers po ay sa inyong mga eskwelahan in-service training. Nakikita niyo po diyan sa screen, schedule of face-to-face activity is from 7:30 to 12 noon. And the schedule of online creation of output is from 1 o'clock to 5 p.m. Now, the topics to be discussed will be the same from day 1 to day 4 for both the teachers, school heads, and supervisors. Now, however, on the 5th day, the teachers will remain on their Google Classroom, but the school heads will have a separate Google Classroom during the breakout session, which is also the same for the supervisors. Dahil sa 5th day nyo po, ay may iba't ibang output na kailangang isubmit. Yung day 1 to day 4, parehas po kayo ng topic na matatakel. Then on day 5 ay magkakaroon po kayo ng breakout session dahil separate po yung mga outputs na kailangan yung ma-complete. Now, in terms of output submission, the NAIAP HRDD requires all output to be submitted on the same day. So initially po, yung output talaga, pagkatapos po ng morning session, sa afternoon, kailangan magawa at masubmit po natin siya. Unless may specific time na binigay yung mismong facilitator na maaaring mag-extend ng more hours para magawa yung output na kailangan. Now, the supervisors will check and monitor the submission of outputs through the help of the school heads. And the e-certificates will not be given. Ayan po ha, may note po sa atin ng HRDD NAIAP. So, e-certificates will not be given to the participants with incomplete outputs and rating or mark of 80% and below. So, talagang gigradean po ang inyong mga output. Dahil ang pa-training po ng NAIAP HRDD ay accredited para magkaroon kayo ng Professional Development Credits o PD credits para po magamit nyo for future use katulad ng promotion. Kaya po pinush ko talaga itong training na to dahil sigurado po na accredited yung training, then at the same time, mas marami pong benefits kayong makukuha. Now, the teacher participants will be given 1 snack per day for the whole duration of the INSET program. Meaning, may 5 araw po kayo ng training. So, 5 beses kayong dadalhan ng pagkain sa umaga po. Since ang theoretical o ang discussion part ay 4 hours lang po at yung practicum ay hindi na po talaga covered ng division office. So, sa umaga, meron po, entitled po kayo sa AM snack which will be delivered during the morning and it will be sent to the principal's office. So, Kung papaano po ang gagawin, papaano kung work from home kayo o kung kayo ay magpi-physical report, ay depende na po kung ano po yung mapagmi-meetingan niyo ng school head bago po yung ating in-service training. Now, in connection to this, the school head must assign teachers to be assigned or to be in charge of the following of the receiving and distribution of the meal for the teachers. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, ang pinagbasihan po natin ng listahan ng mga participants ay yung mga included sa LDM2, yung mga nasubmit po nating listahan na ginawa ng mga school head. Now, may nag-brought up po sa akin na meron po tayong mga bagong teachers na hindi pa included sa Google Classroom. Pati po mga substitute, pwede po nating isama sa training. Now, regarding po sa meal nila, we will find ways kung paano natin maaayos yung meal, kung paano natin madadagdagan o masusolusyonan po kung sakali mang kulangin yung meal na i-deliver po sa mga schools. Now, again, participants are expected to wear face masks and face shield for the whole duration of the inset. Sabi nga natin, ito po ang pinakamahalaga. This will be monitored by the SGOD. Magpupunta po kami sa mga school to double check kung nasusunod po yung IATF guidelines. Na unang-una po yung tinatawag nating health protocol na kailangan po pag nagpi-physical report kayo sa school, kailangan kayo ay naka-face mask at naka-face shield. You must also bring your own rubbing alcohol and or hand sanitizer. Now, they must also ensure social distancing from co-teachers, which is 6 feet away from each other. Dahil pag hindi nyo nasunod ang 6 feet away from each other, malamang sa alamang baka 6 feet under kayo mapunta. Now, to ensure social distancing is practiced, the school heads can perform the following. So, paano po may ensure na merong social distancing na mangyayari sa mga school pag monitor namin? The first situation can be the classrooms can be utilized but the room must not be filled with more than 50% of the total capacity of the classroom. So, i-utilize po ng school head yung mga classroom. Let's say yung classroom ay may capacity na 30 students. Ang kailangan po na teacher na pwedeng ilagay doon must be 14 participants and below. Hindi nga po 15 kasi nga must not be more than 50% of the capacity. So, it must be 14 and below at kailangan po yung, again, the social distancing of 6 feet away from each other kasi wala pong silbi kung masusunod natin yung 50% na total capacity kung dikit-dikit din naman o halos magkakatabi o walang 6 feet ang distance ng mga teachers from each other. Now, the second part, the second situation, pwede po ang mga school heads can use their multipurpose hall and set up a projector and sound system. So dito po mas makakatipid ng internet kasi ang kailangan lang po ay yung laptop, projector, at yung sound system. O yung telon na rin, isama na rin natin telon. So isang laptop lang po ang ko-connect sa internet ng school para manood po yung mga participants. So at least bawas na po sa konsumo yun sa internet at alam natin hindi babagal. But always remember na kahit multipurpose po ang gagamitin at kahit malaki ang capacity niya, still we must follow that we must not fill the multipurpose hall more than 50% of its capacity. At kailangan po, inuulit-ulit ko sa inyo, they must have a distance of 6 feet away from each other para sa mga participants. Now, such guidelines in the conduct of the division inset in school shall be monitored by the division office through the school's governance and operations division. So, imo-monitor talaga po namin yan to make sure na napapalo po yung social distancing, yung pagsusuot ng face mask at face shield during the inset. Now, an online attendance and evaluation link will be posted at the end of the morning session. Now, for the school head, they must download the meal registration through a link and have it signed by the teachers starting the first day of the inset. So, pagka-start pa lang po ng inset, papirmahan na po agad yung meal attendance at may additional instruction po ko sa kanila kung para hindi po tayo ma-delay ng pag-submit. And the signed copies of the meal attendance must be submitted to Mr. Justin Lampas or Ms. Charlene Lay O. Esguera on or before December 18 at 1 p.m. at CNHS Conference Hall. Now, so aside from the orientation, meron po tayong other matters na kailangan matakil po. Now, try to remember yung LDM2 outputs na ginawa po natin. I'm very happy because of your 100% participation at mabilisang paggawa ng output. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, isang malaking bagay po pag ginagawa na agad natin yung mga ibang bagay o lalo na yung mga ibang outputs para hindi na po nagpapatong-patong. As of now, tapos na tayo sa mga outputs po ng LDM2. The other division naghahabol pa po. Now, when it comes to LDM2 outputs, nakasubmit na po ang mga lock leaders nyo ng rating. So, hindi na kailangan baguhin pa po yung rating. So, still submitted na po tayo doon. But that is for the theoretical part. Paano po yung na-discuss ko before, meron po kasi dalawang part ang LDM2. Yung theoretical part at yung practicum part. Now, magre-ready na po tayo ng output for practicum part. Ano po ang kailangan gawin? So, each teacher participant must have a copy of their output saved in a folder. So, kailangan may personal copy kayo ng inyong output. And it will be uploaded in a Google folder assigned to the school. Yung Google folder po ay manggagaling sa amin, sa division office. Now, alam ko, nung time po kasi na nilagay namin ang mga expected output noong nasa Google Classroom, ang alam namin ay yun na po ang mismong output. But after a month, nagbigay po ng listahan ng mga required output for LDM2. Now, napansin po namin na yung iba pong output doon ay hindi po yun mismo ang binigay sa amin noong unang linggo. So, what will happen? Now, in the event that the file needed is not available or needed to be corrected, you can still produce the output required. So, ang sabi nga natin, maglalabas po ang division office ng listahan ng kung ano po talaga yung required ng NEA para sa practicum part. Pwede nyo pong baguhin po yun, pwede nyo pong, what I mean is, pwede, ang kailangan po natin ay maitama yung needed required para sa practicum part. Now, never worry for it will not affect the rating that was submitted to the division office prior to the correction that will be done. So, yung nasubmit na po sa amin na rating ng mga lock leaders, yun na po ang rating nyo for the theoretical part. Ang kailangan na po nating habulin ay yung para sa practicum part. So, maglalabas po kami. Just wait for the announcement and for the memorandum. Okay? Ito po yung video kanina. Hindi ko na po ipe-play ito kasi na-play na po siya before. Pero may part po dito na i-clarify lang po natin. Okay. Simulan natin. So, ayan na naman. Ganun na naman po ang senaryo natin. So, let's see kung maayos po. Ayan. Katulad pa rin po ng dati, may mga part talaga na ang presentation ay kung kailan kailangan, saka nagkakaproblema. So, hanggang dito pa naman po. Pero, let me just again present my screen. Okay. So, wait lang po. Please bear with me dahil nga yung mismong output na kailangan Yan. Okay. Ito na po. Like, ngayon po, as you can see, patapos na rin lahat. Nagluluko pa po yung system. That is technology. That is the beauty of technology. So sabi ko nga po, pasensya na po kaninang umaga, kaninang hapon. At kung nagluluko po talaga yung presentation, hindi lumilitaw yung kailangan makita sa screen. At lagi pong naka-freeze yung nakalagay doon sa screen. Yan. Okay. Let me just see kung nag-represent ang aking kung nag-represent po. Am I now presenting? No. Okay. A window. And this part. Share. Hide. Let me just check again. Am I presenting? Okay. So let's continue. So ito po yung binanggit kanina ni Dr. Luz Osmeña, which is the Chief Education Supervisor of NEAP HRDD. So yung training po, ang new normal po when it comes to training ay pinagbabasihan po kung ano yung nasa PPST or doon sa Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers, yung domain and strand na kailangang itakel para po makagawa ng training. So, hindi po basta-basta naisipan na magpagawa ng training ngayon, yun na ang gagawin natin. Kailangan po siya ay nakaangkla sa domain and strand ng PPST for the teachers. Kung supervisors, kung school heads naman po ay PPSSH, at kung supervisors naman ay PPSS. Now, let's go back to you, dear teachers. Ang para sa inyo po ay yung PPST, again, the Philippine Professional Standards for Teacher. So ito po yung mga domain na binanggit kanina ni Dr. Luz Osmeña. Hindi ko na i-discuss yan isa-isa kasi nabanggit na po yan sa video. Now, ito po yung session na mangyayari sa in-service training nyo. So, ayan po, included na po dyan kung ano yung mga output na required. Ayan, yung sa session 1, may pre-test and post-test. May accomplish of commitment. May 3 W's of up matrix. Now, for the session 5, 6, 6A and 6B, may mga rating po dito. May pre-test and post-test. Then, session 7, session 8, the rating of performance, develop of assessment tool. Session 9 is the rating skill for demonstration accomplished by the peers using performance-based rubrics. So, ayan po yung mga output. At least may guide na po kayo kung ano po yung ini-expect pagdating po ng ating in-service training. Now, going back again to the last presentation. So, yun po. That ends my presentation. Sa mga hindi pa po nakasagot ng link or ng online attendance for an evaluation link, ito po yung link. Sige, i-open po namin yung evaluation link until the morning of December 8 para po makahabol po yung iba, para at least maintindihan nyo po maigi kung ano po yung mga gagawin natin pagdating po ng December 14 to 18 or on our scheduled in-service training. Okay, so again, dear teachers, I sincerely apologize doon sa unang batch po ng ating presentation for the orientation. Technical problems po, first time ko rin naman gumamit ng StreamYard, still learning din po. So there's a lot of room for improvement at talagang sabi nga natin, kung may gusto, may paraan, so dapat nating pag-aralan. So yun lamang po, naway nakatulong po itong video na ito para mas lalo nyo maintindihan kung ano po yung magiging activities natin for the incoming in-service training. Yun lamang po. Maraming salamat po. God bless you all.